The ATOTO, the P9 multifunctional on-dash navigator head unit. So if you've got an oldish car and you want to replace your, in inverted commas, car stereo into something a little bit more modern with a stack of features, this may be something to take a look at. So this is the box everything all comes in. And I'll just quickly go through with the content of the box. So there is some quite comprehensive instructions here, and on the ATOTO YouTube channel that they've got, there are some other detailed, fairly easy to follow instructions. There's a warranty, online support and a quick start guide. This is the actual unit itself. This is quite small and compact. You can insert, if you wanted, there's a SIM card in here, so you can have this as a standalone unit rather than connecting it to your phone if you wanted to. There is a SD card in here if you wanted to have this with the dash cams working on it. There's a microphone here, there's a rear camera socket and a USB socket. And then this is your main wire where the everything sort of comes in. So that's it there. We'll leave that there for the moment. The unit itself can be window mounted. Just put that up there with one of these, or there's a big suction pad here, or it can be dash mounted. And then on the back of the unit itself, you possibly can't see, but this is the clip here. This just literally clips in, and if I can just do this, and it's in the right way around. There is an arrow showing you which way to connect this up to. There you go, click. And then basically there's a little ball joint what goes inside here. So basically this unscrews, this goes in here, and then that is how you would then mount the unit. There's a lot of other wires here, so I'll very quickly try and go through. So you can connect this to your aux wire. If your old unit in your car has got an aux in, that's what this wire is for. This is a microphone for use, and there's a little clip and holder on here, so that's what's going on in that one there. I'll come to this one here. So it has got a remote control little controller, so this can actually go onto your steering wheel, or it does come off if you wanted to stick it somewhere else away from your steering wheel. It comes complete with a battery and a double-sided tape if you wanted to mount that off your steering wheel, but basically it's going to be like a watch strap, isn't it? It goes onto your steering wheel. I'm going to come to the wiring in a moment, because it's not complicated this, but it's you are going to have to wire this in. This is your camera, what it comes with, and you've got a good length of cable, which I'll just put into there. Then you've got a bag here with various other knickknacks in it. There's some cable ties, there's a pin for your SIM card. As I say, this has got a USB on it as well, so you can extend the USB on it. There's some cable tidies and things to help you when you come to mount this up, and some strips of Velcro. The main harness on this has got a really good length, and it's got these other extensions coming out of it as well. But you'll notice that this has got to be wired into your vehicle. So you've got a ground, and again I'll try and show you how I'm going to do this. You've got a live ignition wire and a permanent live wire, and it also comes complete with several different fuse box attachments. So depending on your fuse box, let's just open one up in case you're wondering what I'm talking about. Different car manufacturers have different fuse box connectors. I call them the spades. So depending on your car, these will go in, and then there is a piggyback for your fuses here. So again, I'll quickly try and show you this when I wire it into my vehicle. So that is what's in the box, and what we're going to do now, we're going to take all these gubbins, all these bits out into my car, going to try and wire it up, connect it up, and show you it all. So just for the purpose of this demonstration, I'm just going to loosely wire it in before I get it in inverted commas properly wired in. So you need to locate your fuse box, which in my case is here, and this is a Sanyong Corando. Well, just give me access. I've just taken off the side panel. This was basically unclips, and then there was a separate fuse box cover, and this shows you, in my case, what all the fuses are. So that's how we're going to get it in, and then I also need to find a ground. So I could put a ground onto it here. I don't want to do here because of the way the wires are and the way the clip goes, but I may put a bolt through here which should serve as a ground. I may do that. That might be my easiest way, because these are all a little bit, well, I need to get a long socket on it. Okay, so that's my ground here. This yellow wire here is a permanent live, so that is going into the same fuse as my interior light, and then this one here is going into the ignition switch on it. Right, I was a bit nervous about doing that, if I'm honest, and that didn't go too bad. So as I say, this isn't neatly wired in, so obviously the wire here would need to come up, down the pillar, around, and to come back to the unit, and then it all being installed. But just to prove, that's here, and I'll just ignition on. Oh, blimey, that booted up seriously quickly. I don't know whether you saw that or not. Right, what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to familiarise myself with this, because I've never used this system before. And as I say, there are a number of options on how to connect it to the vehicle. I just can't believe how easy that was to wire up. I was really nervous about getting into that fuse box, but once you look at the online tutorial YouTube video and you can get your little head on it, it was pretty simple, to be fair. I'm liking this a lot. I'm not going through the menus or anything at the moment. I've just connected my Google account to this, so I'm just at the moment, I think you can see, download Google Play, and bringing in the contacts and things like this. So at the moment I've just hotspotted my phone to the device, and there's a lot going on here. It's super exciting. Right, so I've been having a bit of a good old play with this. Obviously this is running Android, so it's a lot more versatile than, say, a conventional unit. So I've just attached the remote control here onto my steering wheel. It's a bit like a watch here, so you've got hands-free for when you're driving. The wiring I'm going to tidy all up a little bit later on. I've just literally, this all needs tucking down, but just for this demonstration, I've actually got it on the mount. I don't know whether you can see here or not. And I'm just going to now just try and run through some of the, this has got so much to this, but we'll just go through some of the basics on it. So, settings. So, here's where you can connect things. So, I've got this connected up to my phone, but you've got other Wi-Fi solutions and things like that. You've got your data usage. There's loads. I'm not going to go through all of this. You can put a SIM card in here, which I've not got, but if you did have a SIM card, would go here. These are the device. You got your display, what you want to do. I'm going to go through this all very, very quickly. You got your Bluetooth. So I'm connected to the Sanyong is my car. The Pixel 8a is my phone. You've got your general. You've got, well, hands-free options and auto start and all of this. You've got mirroring, you can do touch stretcher, you've got lots of things, current, volume. I don't know, you can see so many things. Steering wheel, actually, I'm putting that to the right hand drive. User account, I've logged into my Google account. I'm not going to show you what's going on here. You've got system settings, and so on and so forth. Loads and loads of settings. And if you notice how quickly this is to scroll up and down, so there are more settings up here that you can do. And we go back here, if you click the back button, you can customize this. So just for instance, I don't use Pandora, so I can drag, drop and get rid of that. And then I can do a shortcut. So if I go to my apps, I use, so these are the apps now that I've installed. So I can say take Waze, and I can take that and add it onto, oopsie daisy, I missed then. But basically you can drag and drop the apps onto different screens. So let's just go over to here. There we go, there we are. And then I'm going to drop that, and then we've now got a shortcut to Waze, which I've all hooked up. So that's sort of showing roughly where I am here. I can click where to. I can use this as a sat nav, and I can click. I'm going to put my old address where I used to work. I don't work there any longer.
Let's take Middlemarsh Road.
In 300 feet, turn left onto A52 Croft Bank.
Okay, so that's basically going on here. You can get rid of any open screens. Let's go back to here. You've got YouTube. So if I go onto YouTube, it'll take a moment to load up. Don't watch YouTube whilst you're driving. Just to prove it's working, here's a song. So obviously it's an advert.
For free on eBay. You'll see things.
Full screen. Okay, I'm going to need to stop that for copyright purposes. Scroll down, click the back button and say don't be watching videos or anything like that when you're driving. Oh, you've got so much on here to go through. So these are your, sorry, I've got a memory stick here, so I can play from a memory stick, which is on here. Click cancel on that because of the copyright music. You've got your shortcuts. This is your options. At the moment I've got this going into the aux button, but you can Wi-Fi, you can Bluetooth, you can hardwire, you can FM transmit. Here's the apps that are installed. That some of these I've just installed here. This is a OBC. If you've got a Bluetooth OBC, you've got this on here. If we go to Spotify, I've linked over my Spotify account. This button here, if I click this, this will allow me to sort out split screens. So I've got that onto here, and then I can actually go on sort out, get rid of this. I don't know if you can see this little icon. I've got that is on a split screen, and we can have that on a split screen. So now I've got the Waze sat-nav system here, and I've got Spotify over here. So going back, and we'll just come out of that, shut down, go back. As I say, you've got Google search. So, hey Google, how are you today? So Google Assistant, hey Google, load up Spotify. So you do see that then. That just very quickly opened Spotify more for me. There's some things I've been playing earlier, and pause that, and then you've got all your other things. So This is a little playlist on Spotify of me, so if I want to put that onto there, it's going to pause. Don't want to get any strikes. Go back to the home screen. So this is Gemini and things like this. These are all the apps you've got that you can go through. These are split screens, so you've got little drawers and things like that that you could do if you wanted to. Pick up a widget and drag and drop one of the widgets down. So these are all your different widgets. There's a camera showing where I am, so if I put my hand up there just to prove that that's live. So you've got your DVR cam. You need to have a micro SD card in there for that to record and for you to play back. If you're a Google Maps person, there you go, there's Google Maps. That's all there. And again, you can search wherever you want to search and everything. So you've got your Google Maps. Again, outputs for your audios. You got phone calls. I'm not going to load that because it's going to load up my address book. This is going to play your music. And again, settings button, we just quickly went through that, didn't we? This is some links. You can get rid of these, but if you need some help or anything like that, you can go onto here. And it is just so quick. So if we go to the Play Store, so again, so this is the Google Play Store, so you can search and you can download any apps that you want on here. As I say, it's running on the Android system, so without going into my own personal account. So yeah, it's there's a lot to it. There's an awful lot to this that you need to explore. As I say, you need to hardwire it in, and that wasn't so difficult. You need one wire going to a permanent live, one to a ignition switch. So my permanent live went into the interior light, and then I use a spare fuse for the live switch for the ignition. Tons of accessories with this and things to get you going. I am going to throw some links down there in the description below. It's just so, yeah, I'm surprised how quick and easy it is, but you need just spend a few minutes just to get your head around things. So this is Tuning Radio app. I'm just going to go into here. So I listen to this a lot. And you can download things like the BBC Sounds if you're in the UK. I just need to get rid of that ad.
Indulge in this winter, the Max White Ultimate LED kit.
Adverts, copyright. One moment. Again, I'm going to turn the volume down because of the copyright music here. But again, you can, if you wanted to, have a split screen with whatever you wanted on here. You can go to your other apps and choose which one you wanted to pair it with. There you go. There's sat nav with Google Maps, and so there you go. A little bit of a waffle in parts, but I hope you found that of some use. And the P9, lovely little unit. I might come back to it and do a second review in a few weeks whilst it's been installed in the car. I'm going to get going. I'm going to get myself a cup of coffee. I'm going to come back outside. I need to tidy up some wires. But for now, I hope you've liked that. If you did smash the like button. That'd be fantastic. And there are links down there in the description below if you want to find out more information.